Hey guys, Kevin here. The other week I did a video about Gran Turismo Sport. I downloaded the demo for the PS4 and I played it, and I thought that it looked like a really good game. It's maybe not as groundbreaking as it was back in the day, when it came out on the PS2 and things like that. It was very far ahead of the competition in my eyes, but I think, with things like Forza and all these other games that are out there now, it's maybe not as ahead as it once was. But I was really surprised. I was on Reddit and I saw someone really unhappy and they posted about the game. And if you look here, you will see what the problem is. He was trying to play offline because of his internet connection, and he got a message saying the games will only be saved in Gran Turismo Sport while online. If you're unable to connect to the internet, you will only be able to play in arcade mode. The game will not progress while you are offline. Now, understandably, this person was quite unhappy about that. And quite frankly, this is part of a bigger problem with games today. Now, there are valid reasons for games, forcing you to be online. But I think the general community has, went against this whole idea of it. Remember when Xbox One was coming out and Microsoft said that you had to stay constantly online to play the system? And this pushed a lot of people going towards the PS4, and eventually Microsoft backed down. So it's quite surprising that Sony are behind this. I know they didn't develop the game themselves, but they did publish it. And the whole idea is backwards, that you have to be online to play the game. Now, you can still play the arcade game. You can still play certain levels. But the single-player game is where the fun is at. This is the challenge. This is where you're unlocking vehicles. You're doing all the campaigns. You're doing all the trials, all those kind of things. I mean, that is the game. And the fact that you can't play that unless you're online is complete bull. It's ridiculous that this is put into a game. You could pay £50 for this game, $50 or whatever, and you go home and, if the internet is down that day, you can't play the game that that you just bought. But I think this is part of a bigger problem. And I think the bigger problem is that in the future, what happens to these games? What happens in 5 years' time when you stick on Gran Turismo Sport, you want to play your favourite game, and the servers are down because the company that developed it isn't hosting the servers anymore, and that will happen. And if the servers aren't online, it means that it means you can't play the game at all. I can understand it with obviously first-person shooters and any game that it's more of a multiplayer game, but Gran Turismo, whilst you can play online, the one-player game is the reason why most people buy it, I would say. And this rule is complete bull. It really is crazy that, someone can buy a game and unless they're connected to the internet, then they can't actually play the game that they bought. Now, this annoys me a little bit because I don't play games as much as I'd like to. Obviously you get older, you get more responsibilities and things like that. And one of the times I do actually get to play games is when my internet goes down. So if my internet is down for a day or so, I work online. All the things I do are online. So if the internet is down, there's very few things I can do from a productive point of view. So this is when I will sit down. I can't watch Netflix without an internet connection. This is when I would play games. I'd be very annoyed if I bought a game for £50 or something and then I found out that I couldn't play it. So I think this is just a terrible rule. It's complete bull crap, and hopefully we'll see them reverse this policy. I don't see why this is enforced. I realise that to save the game, or to download certain things, you have to be online, but there's no reason why it can't just sync with the servers every week or every 2 weeks. I don't see why it has to be constantly online. It makes no sense. So, yeah, I think this is a backward steps in gaming. And really, as good as multiplayer games are, as good as online multiplayer games are, I really like the idea of a one-player game and then going back in a few years' time and getting the exact same experience. And you're not going to get that at all if a game, it relies on you being online. Let me know your thoughts in the comment area below, guys. But I think most people will agree that this is a completely backward step for the developers of Gran Turismo Sport. It really is annoying, and I can understand the frustration. And for me, it's putting me off even buying the game. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment area below, and I'll speak to you all soon. Cheers.